Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. I'm Katie Turner, and today I'm joined by Quadre Stuckey.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm happy. I'm excited. Glad to be here.
This is really exciting, truthfully. Yes. I got a paintbrush and some paint in my hand because you're an artist and you're going to teach me some stuff.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. You ready to paint?
In a second. First, I want everybody to hear a little bit about who you are and your background.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I'm a local Gullah Geechee culture artist from Charleston, South Carolina. Grew up in Mount Pleasant. I would say art is like my God-given talent. I went to college at the Art Institute of Charleston for graphic design and fine art. And then after graduating college, I was just like, I want to use my gift and share it with the world. So I started painting beautiful Gullah Geechee culture artwork, telling our story and, just putting it out there.
Okay, so let's walk through the creative process here.
Yes.
I have some yellow paint.
Yes.
And I have kind of an outline of what this beautiful finished product looks like.
Yes.
Mine's probably not going to look quite like that.
It'll look even better. It's going to look even better.
All right. So, you got any tips for me to start the process?
All I would say is what I like to do is dip the paint into the water, which we already did, and then add your paint on your brush, which you have yellow, I have green. Once you do that, just start taking your time and just, doing small, light little brush strokes on the canvas, and then just let it flow.
Okay, we're doing it. Training wheels are off.
Yes.
So I can imagine this is a pretty relaxing career to have.
It is, definitely it is. It's a good stress reliever, and it allows you to think and take a lot off your mind and be creative at the same time.
So what would you say is like the highlight of your career thus far?
I'll probably say the highlight of my career thus far is being able to go back to the schools that I went to, like elementary, middle schools, and high schools, and talk to the students and let them know that, you could be anything that you want to be. Stick with your goals, stick with your dreams, try hard, work hard at it every day, and persevere through it.
And speaking of, what are some goals you have for the future?
A couple goals that I have for the future is I would like to open up my own school one day because, I want to give back to my community in that way. I also would like to give back to my community in a bigger way. We're working with my nonprofit that I have so we can make sure that the kids have proper school supplies and stuff like that. And then family-wise, I'd like to get married, the next couple of years. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, tell me a little bit more about your nonprofit.
So my nonprofit is an art educational nonprofit, and what it is used to keep art inside schools because a lot of times when funding is low, the first thing that goes off of the curriculum is art. So what we're doing is we go to a lot of the local elementaries and middle schools throughout the low country, and then we incorporate Gullah-infused artwork in classes where it helps with education of, letting the kids know about their rich Gullah Geechee heritage and culture. Also, it teaches them what we're doing right now, how to paint. So that's one of the biggest things. And, we do motivational speaking because a lot of times with our youth, they just need somebody to take the time out and talk to them and give them that encouragement, like a mentor, that big brother.
Why is it important for you to be able to continue sharing your culture through your artwork?
Well, it's important for me because I'm telling a story of people that came before me, that laid out that blueprint and that platform. And then at the same time, if I don't tell it, who else will tell it? And then if we don't control our own history and a narrative, people could just make up anything, and create their own story. That's why, it's important for me to get this story out here, to share our gifts with the world, to let the world know, okay, we were here, this is what we're doing, and we're still thriving to this day.
I love that.
Thank you.
That's a great message. I can tell that you truly are passionate about what you do.
Yes.
Now I'm going to show what we have so far as we reach the end.
Yes. Go ahead,
I'm almost done with the hat.
That looks beautiful.
Thank you. Let's see what you got.
I only got the top part. I just painted it green going by because we was conversating, but
beautiful.
We're getting there though.
Beautiful. Okay, if people want to stay connected with your artwork, look at some pieces, how can they do that?
Well, you could go online and check out my website. It's www.quaddesigns.net. Also, you could check out the nonprofit if you'd like to donate or you'd like me to come out to your school. It's www.gullahgeecheefamilyfoundation.com.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Great to be here with you today and share something that is very important to us, and that's Project Golf. I'm Gary Shaw, and I want to share with you some enthusiasm I've got for the program since I was here with it when it started in 2018. We were a nonprofit given birth by our parent company, Golf Tourism Solutions, which has been driving golf in Myrtle Beach for 5 or 6 decades. And they looked up a couple of years ago and said, we are bringing a lot of people into Myrtle Beach. We call ourselves the golf capital of the world. From the Rust Belt all the way up into New England, out west, people are coming to Myrtle Beach. But they said, just a minute, we've kind of ignored this exploding metropolis of Myrtle Beach of residents, locals. So they said, why don't we let's find somebody that can run this nonprofit. We want to bring the game to our disabled veterans, our underserved youth, and the beginners. So we'll grow the game, and we'll take the game to these golfers. We'll try to remove barriers that are in the way of their playing, and the biggest one was access and instruction. So we started with our beginners, and then we morphed into working with a disabled veteran under a program subsidized by the PGA of America called PGA Hope. Hope is an acronym standing for Helping Our Patriots Everywhere. I was asked to start it up because I somewhat fit the mold. I'm a veteran and a PGA member, and I served as the PGA's president for a term back in the 90s. So we got started off, and we found out the VA was very cooperative. They were pipelining all the veterans to us, and in no time at all, our classes became full. We can teach about 20, 22 veterans at a time, men and women, all with disabilities, some passive, some very visible. And we feel like we're doing some good, and we're getting these veterans back into society, and they're doing a good job of engaging with other veterans to play golf. And we're finding the same thing with the beginners. And we haven't quite developed a full-fledged junior program, but we know that's going to be the case, where we'll remove barriers to their getting into the game. And the PGA told us when we started PGA Hope, if you're anything like the other chapters around the country, you're going to save lives. And I thought to myself, as the executive director, that's a bit of a stretch. How do you save lives through golf? And after these 5 years now, Angel and I will agree that we are saving lives. We hear it from the veterans, we hear it from the veteran's spouse, and we hear it from the veteran's family. So it's a great program. They're telling us how much at the end of the classes when they graduate after 6 weeks, what value it has to them, and that value is engagement with family and community. So we feel real good about it. And I would throw in on the statistics, the metrics from the PGA of America is that there are about 160 chapters in the country, and the Carolinas leads the country in registrations and graduations, and Myrtle Beach leads the Carolinas. So we're real happy about the visibility we've received. And as a nonprofit, of course, our goal is to seek funding. So that's our next real initiative, is to turn up the heat on getting donations.
So as Gary was saying, the impact that we're making on our community is huge. We're creating a community of golfers, and our golfers are overcoming obstacles, improving their social, mental, and physical well-being. You know, with 22 veterans committing suicide each day, golf has changed their life, and in some cases, it's saved their lives. You know, some of them struggle 7 days a week, but for those 2 hours a day, they're coming out here and they're not thinking about those struggles. And because we're helping them with their abilities, and they're forgetting about their disabilities. And so if you guys would like to help us, please visit us at projectgolf.org and learn a little bit more about what we do and how you can support.
This story is sponsored by SC Needs Help. Well, thanks so much for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Today, I have the treat of being joined in studio by Philip from SC Needs Help. How you doing, man?
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing great. All right, tell me all about what you guys do. This was founded in 2018, but it's really turned into something much bigger.
Yeah, SC
since
Needs
then.
Help really started as helping out the flood victims. In the big floods of 2018, we started off with a warehouse and just getting gear for people and equipment and food and non-perishable items that they needed, and it's morphed into something much bigger than that. And now we're just trying to help people year-round, not just when there is a big event.
I love it. Adapting to whatever people need.
Absolutely.
At the given time. So what's on the docket?
In March, it's a great event, raises most of the money for the year. Our president, Andy Kemp, just does a really good job at it. He's a barbecue connoisseur, and so he kind of created the event, and we started out raising money for people in need, and now we use this event to fund our entire year.
So give me kind of an idea of what you guys do with the funds that you receive.
Well, just in the past year, we've adopted 50 kids from the Angel Tree program. So we're going to take care of 50 kids for Christmas 2023. And we have sent a family to Disney. Their father passed away unexpectedly. We sent the family to Disney. We purchased a vehicle for somebody that was in need out in Conway. So we just, whatever we can do to help, there's little things that you can do to help people to change their lives drastically. And as a community, we're able to do that as a team. What
has been the most memorable moment for you?
I think for me, the first smoke out at the boathouse was for Andre Pope. And Andre was diagnosed with cancer, and he was able to enjoy that event before unfortunately he passed away. But he was able to be there, shake people's hands, and see the event in action, which I think that is really, that's really important. Just a very special moment and a life-changing moment for me as well.
I was going to say, if somebody's watching this right now and wants to help out, wants to get involved, how can they do that?
Go on the web, scneedshelp.org. That will take you to a donations tab or a contact tab, and just send us a message, and we'd love for you to get involved.
Well, today we're talking about one of my favorite topics, ice cream, and I'm joined by Chris. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine today.
All right, you guys are Island Treats here on Pawleys Island. Tell me about what you guys offer here.
38 different flavors of ice cream, milkshakes, sundaes, hot dogs,
A little bit of everything.
pizza, everything.
Love that. And you guys are a mom and pop shop. You've been here for 7 years, a staple here in the community. What's it like being able to see the smiling faces come through every season and off season as well?
Off season because we're open all year long, same hours, everything. So people don't think people come in for ice cream during January and February, but they do because we have a lot of snowbirds that come down. So, but yeah, it's fantastic to see everybody come in. The kids got the play deck out here to play on and everything, and it just keeps them entertained, and ice cream's a favorite for everybody.
Indeed it is. I was going to say, this is such a pretty location. You guys are right on this little, is it a pond?
It's a little pond,
Little
yes.
pond right here. And kids are able, or adults, are able to feed the ducks and geese?
Ducks, geese, koi fish,
Ooh.
turtles. We got a little bit of everything in the pond.
What is y'all's goal with this business?
Serve God. You come in and people write their Bible verses and everything. When we moved here, we prayed, we did a fast to come here to have Him show us what we're supposed to do. We praise Him for everything that we have.
7 years later, it's definitely worked out well, huh?
It's a blessing.
So one thing you guys do is you want people to be able to enjoy as much as they want to, right?
Correct. When you come in, we have so many flavors that a lot of times it's hard to choose. So we'll let you taste whatever you want. We'll mix and match anything you want into one scoop. If you want 2 flavors, 3 flavors, we could turn that into one scoop for you.
Beautiful, because sometimes you just can't choose. It's so hard.
No, you want to try everything and eat everything.
All right, perfect. I definitely want to do that right after we're done here, but where can people find you guys? What's your address?
We're located in the Island Shops in Pawleys Island.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina. This story is sponsored by Plexiderm.
All right, everyone. I have my friend Annette back in the studio today. We're going to talk about Plexiderm skincare. It's one of our favorite things to talk about.
It is absolutely my favorite thing to talk about. Thank God for Plexiderm. It really turns back the clock, makes you feel like your best self. So many people in my family use this product because it's simple, easy, and effective. And what we're looking at here are before and afters and the dramatic results you can expect to see when you use Plexiderm. Not only makes you look more refreshed, but it's a confidence booster, Katie, because let's face it, when you look good, you feel good. And this is Samantha. She started at a very young age with the puffiness, the dark circles. And this just goes to show you at the first signs of aging, you can benefit from using Plexiderm. It makes you look more refreshed, more youthful, like you had the best sleep of your life. Finally, a product that works as advertised.
I love it. And of course, it works on different areas of the face too. It's not just for the forehead or around the eyes. You can use it kind of everywhere.
Yes, everywhere, even the chin, mouth, and neck area. How many times have you seen somebody that you look at their face, it looks youthful, but the neck really ages us? The good news is Plexiderm works there too. I also have very sensitive skin. It has never bothered me once because they take silicates from this shale clay right there. And what it does is it creates an invisible layer that tightens and smooths the skin right before your eyes. If you've never used it, you need to watch it happen for the first time. And it is quick, easy, and lasts up to 10 hours as long as you don't get it wet.
And I know people are probably wondering how long it takes for the effects to happen, in your morning routine.
Yes, so you're gonna apply it on a clean, dry face. And again, you're gonna wait the full 10 minutes. That's how you get the maximum results. Even though with me, it always happens in under 5. Make sure your face is clean and dry. A little goes a long way, a pearl size amount. You're gonna apply it to the target areas. I use it for my dark circles, my deep set forehead lines, and then that's it. You can have some me time or take a before and after picture. It is unbelievable. I always call it my Plexiderm dance or the rise, Plexiderm and shine, because that's exactly what you do when you see these results happening.
And now guys need to listen up too, because this is not just for the ladies. Guys use Plexiderm all the time.
Absolutely. Guys love this product because it goes on clear, completely natural finish. They love it. Let's face it, they want to look good and feel good too. My husband uses it, my uncles, my dad. This product is for men and women.
All right. Well, I know people are probably wanting to know about the deals. Plexiderm always has a great deal going on, but what's going on right now?
Yes, we have a deal for the viewers. It's a 6-day, 6-application trial pack, $14.95, free shipping, 30-day money-back guarantee. That is how confident we are that you are going to love this product. Turn back the clock, look more youthful, and still look like yourself. That is the best part. And Katie, I have one little story I'd love to share. I have a friend that's in her 40s that has been taking care of her mom with dementia. She called me and said, Annette, will this work? I look like I've aged years. I said, of course it will. I told her how to use it. She called me back crying, saying, I feel back to my normal self. Because let's face it, when you look it on the outside, it makes you feel good on the inside. And that's exactly what Plexiderm does. And if you want to give it a try, all you have to do is call 1-800-975-8083, turn back the clock, and just shine with Plexiderm and boost your confidence.
This story is sponsored by Plexiderm. Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.